You ready, Brad?
Ready, Eddie.
Here
Let's
we
do
go.
it.
How indie do you feel today?
It's so indie. It's just one of those indie mornings.
It's a, it's another manic. Wait, what? Super indie Saturday? I don't know.
Yeah, it's a screenshot Saturday. Happy screenshot Saturday, Eric.
Oh, thanks. I appreciate that. I released a new build for my indie game, Feed the Guy, which has a screenshot.
Did you hashtag it screenshot Saturday?
I sure did, and
I've always enjoyed that.
I like. I especially enjoy hashtagging Screenshot Saturday on non-Saturday days of the week.
You know that's messing with the other indies, though.
Well, that's what I live for. But let's talk about an indie game that recently re-released on the PlayStation 4. It's remastered.
Okay, we're talking about Shadow Complex today. Have you had any experience with Shadow Complex before?
Not in the past. It released in 2010 on Xbox Live Arcade, and it was pretty much the Xbox's answer to the PlayStation Network.
So, like, when we had PlayStation Network, like, what were we like bragging about? What was our jam?
So
Critter Crunch.
even before that, let's just say that you're Brad, right?
Hey,
What,
hey, I'm Brad.
what's up, Brad?
Hey, Eric.
Hey, yeah, and
You're
I'm Eric, and we've been writing for PSNStores since you've been writing since 2009, right?
Yep.
I've been there since 2010, and if we flash back to that era, the word indie was not even coined, if you remember. These were just
Yeah.
independent games,
Mm-hmm.
and they were small downloadable titles, and we were one of the first sites to be dedicated to that. So yeah, that's who we are. That's our expertise. We've proved ourselves. What were we talking about back in 2010, 2009? Yeah, I think Critter Crunch. Remember Lead in Gold?
Yeah.
That was a cool game. That was a cool downloadable title.
Yeah.
And of course, the
Gold.
overall, the meta argument for PSN versus Xbox Live was that PSN was free.
That's correct.
That was always what trumped any game's argument. I don't know if we
Now we're
had
all
any.
paying for a stupid free service, so.
Yeah, exactly. For our PlayStation Plus online compatibility. Were there any trump cards on PlayStation Network? Now that I think about it, Critter Crunch.
Critter Crunch was beloved, but it was never my jam.
Uh,
I guess Pain.
Oh God, what a what a joke. I mean, it was cool. It was fun
Everyday Shooter.
to lose. Oh, Everyday Shooter was the artistic indie on PlayStation Network. Yeah, that was a big one. But anyways, if you talked about Xbox Live, you had to mention Shadow Complex. This is
Yeah.
what we call it Shadow Metroid Recharted, right? I think that's a pretty good name for it.
Yeah, it's pretty good. That's a pretty solid name.
It's a Metroidvania.
I guess this game came out before Nolan North was really like the pain that he is, right?
Yeah. Is it Nolan North?
I'm pretty sure it's Nathan Drake's voice.
Oh yeah. That's funny. Yeah,
Nolan
hit us
North,
with a little fact check on that.
Yeah, Nolan North Shadow Complex.
Yeah, so this is a 2.5D Metroidvania, meaning you have a map, you have to discover it, and you are a person with no powers that eventually finds new power-ups. That's
And a kind of believable, like you're spelunking with your girlfriend.
yeah, surprisingly okay, sort of believable, right? At that point
Mm-hmm.
of the story, you're out hiking with your girlfriend, and shit happens. You run into a complex where shadowy things are going down. She gets taken by some dudes in suits, right?
Yep, like commando dudes.
Commando dude, yeah, like G.I. Joe, fresh out
Oh,
of...
this is my least favorite part here in the video with the microbites.
Oh, yeah.
Down the shaft there.
Yeah, yeah.
I hate it. That was like the part when they started being a pain.
Okay, so you want to talk
Anyway,
about those
sorry.
microbot enemies?
It just happens to be microbites like running around that are largely like pointless.
Yeah, and they're either on the ceiling or the wall, and they're just walking. Oh, have you
Yeah.
have you run into them in the background?
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh, there are some there's some depth to this game. You want to talk about that for a minute?
Oh. Yeah. So I guess like is that maybe the twist they wanted to put on it when they first came out?
Yes.
Yeah. And by the way, Nolan North. Yes. Shadow Complex.
Okay. Solid. Solid.
Um. Where was I going with this? Okay. So when it first came out, like, do you think they were thinking like, oh, we'd like to make a Metroid game, but we'll add a twist.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
And
the twist is
make
the
it so
3D
there's depth.
hybrid. There's depth. So if there's an enemy walking in the background, it actually does a good job. I don't know if it originally did, but for this game, this version, the remastered PS4 version, it does a pretty good job of aiming in the background when there's an enemy back there.
It's not too shabby. It doesn't feel exact though.
No, it's not. It's not. But you have the nifty laser sight on your weapon that makes aiming a-okay. Mad Hazard was an indie game back in the day that did this. Does this do
Was
it?
Mad Hazard just a ripoff of this then?
Oh,
But
I don't
linear?
know. Mad Hazard I thought was more Contra-y. Right?
Maybe. Yeah.
It was simply run and gun. And it was also a spoof, right? I remember
Yeah.
the one title was Mad Hazard Bloodbath and Beyond. And the character's name was supposed to be a joke too. I don't remember what
Indeed.
that was spoofing on.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this game I think does it at least better than Mad Hazard. Is there any other 2.5D game that does this? I don't remember.
I don't think Batman had 2.5D like compat. It was just a 2.5D map.
Okay. Is that the Vita Batman or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just awful.
Oh, just awful. How do you feel about the save rooms in this game?
I like it.
Yeah?
Like, so I didn't run into the problem you ran into, but overall, it's a nice kind of, it plays that dumb, like, song
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. It's got a little
when
theme.
you enter,
Dun, dun.
and then, dun.
Yeah, and you can
Um,
see on the doors that there's a save room coming up, so even if it's not on your map.
Yeah, so it kind of presses you to, like, just keep it going. Like, you're gonna make it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't find them too I found them fine. I didn't think they were archaic, which
No.
it could have happened, right? This came out 6 years ago. If it used a friggin' password save system, that would have been a problem, right?
Oh, for sure.
But
For sure.
I do think that given the genre of the game, they did a pretty decent job with this the save rooms where you can just run through them. Did you come across the fact that like you have to jump up to get some of the health packs?
Yep.
Yeah, that was fine. That adds
Yeah,
some sort of realism.
I didn't like when you got to some of the save rooms and then they didn't give you a lot of health packs, and you're like, oh shit.
Yeah,
I'm still at 90 health.
I also felt that where it was like, wait a second, I kind of want full health in this save point.
Yeah.
You know, you're used to RPGs where if you get to the save point, it's like, phew, all right, I'm good for now. But in this game, you might just get 60 health in a save point.
Yeah. I found like, so how much health do you start out with in this game? Like, 100?
I want to say 100, yeah.
But like, I've upgraded to up to 400 health now.
Yeah, it looks like each one of those little boxes in the corner is 100.
So, but like, man, I burned through that like instantaneously.
Oh, especially I'm playing on hardcore mode. That stuff's gone immediately. 400 gets taken
Yeah.
away. Like if you see there, I just got shot a few times and I'm at 190 from 400. So yeah, you mentioned the problem that I have. Basically, what happened to me is that I'm not sure I like. There's no permanence in the world. You get this little flashlight that highlights stuff that you can blow up, and if it highlights yellow or orange, you can shoot at it. If it highlights green, you got to throw a grenade at it, and that's a way of expanding the map more, right?
Yep. Classic Metroid. really.
Was that also in Metroid?
Well, there was no flashlight, but like you would just have color-coded doors that required, like, red was for missiles, green was for bombs.
Okay, so there was visual indicators. And if you
Yep.
notice in this game, you don't really have to flash the light at something to know that you need a grenade to blow it up.
Correct.
It has a little green sticker on it.
I think it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine, except I was exploring a lot. Like, I was going places where the game didn't want me to go. When you reload, the stuff that you blew up before the save is not blown
It's all
up.
back. Yeah.
So you have to shoot another nade, or you have to shoot through the grid again, which is usually fine, except for when I was exploring somewhere I wasn't supposed to be, and I died and I reset. There was literally no way for me to go back into the entrance that I came out of. I had to take a really long route. All of the enemies respawned, and it was a pain in the ass.
Yeah, that might just be the curse of like the beginning of the game too, right? Like once we got the jetpack, like that, everything started to feel so much better.
You're right, yeah. Speaking of the jetpack,
So,
have you held square on a ladder with the jetpack on before?
I have not.
Oh, dude.
It's amazing.
It's amazing. It
See, I saw a video of somebody doing it, and I was like, oh, like I missed that.
Oh, it felt so great because I'm holding square the entire time to go as fast as possible. And
Yeah, which doesn't even really feel that fast.
no, unless you do the jetpack boost up the ladder.
Then it feels good.
Then you're like, oh crap, yeah, this is sweet. Yeah, is this game missing the super boots from Metroid?
What does super boots do?
They made you run real fast.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't know. I'm not sure.
Do you think you move fast enough?
I think you could go a little faster.
You think a little faster, but would that go against the realism in the game?
I see what you're getting at. Shoot. Well, wait. One more thing about the ladders.
Yeah.
I was noticing before I had the jetpack, it was really irritating because I'd get to the top of the ladder and I'd want to jump up and over the ledge, but then it wouldn't let me. And I just kind of like jump straight up and then cling back to the ladder. I understand why they did that now after I got the jetpack.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Can you wall climb on every wall in the game?
I think you're allowed to grab onto most.
I feel like there's some that aren't like clearly depicted as not wall jumping, but you can't jump on them. There's like you're not super sticky to every wall, but some walls. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, you're doing a lot of wall jumping here in this video.
Yeah, I'm a wall jumping master.
But yeah, the selective realism. I don't know.
You don't know how you feel about that?
Maybe it's not really their issue or their worry, right? Like,
Yeah,
I don't know.
they're clearly not making an extra realistic game, right? This isn't Braid. Well, I mean, Braid's not realistic, but it has its own rules.
Yeah. I just remember, like, it was kind of stunning at the very beginning of the game when they're just like, by the way, you don't take fall damage. Like,
Yeah.
what? Wait, what?
Yeah. I hate fall damage in video games,
Me too.
but in a game like this where you're playing as human beings and, it starts out with you hiking and it seems real. It's got like the political intrigue where
Yeah.
you came over this shadowy complex where they're doing bad stuff, and there's some realism, and then it especially because it gave you the words, the pop-up that said you don't take fall damage. Like it referred to fall damage as fall damage. It's like, all right, okay, fair enough. Characters overall, how do you feel about them?
No.
No,
No.
me neither.
I want to say I don't trust the girlfriend.
Yeah, she's guiltier than she's not even like made out to seem not guilty. Am I right?
Yeah.
Like, there's no way that I trust her for some reason.
Well, and I mean, you said, like, you get this flashback an hour into the game where Nathan Drake and his dad are talking.
Yeah, Nate Drake, yeah.
And he's like, you should have been a secret agent. Oh, I can't do that. But you were trained to be one.
But you spent all this time training.
Oh, I don't want to do that. I'm going to go to college.
But
or whatever he said.
Yeah, I don't even know what he said, but he spent this time training to be a Secret Service man or something.
He didn't need to.
And they're both in suits, right?
Yeah, Alright, and for this remastered, like I said, doesn't feel very remastered. Like, those character models are ugly as sin.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, and I'm like, I feel like it loses an indie point here, right? Because it should have been, you know, hand drawn, artistically rendered, like comic book segments or something of the sort.
Oh yeah, that would be nice.
Vintage indie trick, but
vintage indie trick. I like that.
Instead, we just get these garish character models that are way outdated.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not saying it like kills anything for me. It's just kind of funny.
Mm-hmm. How do you feel about the blue line on the map?
I'm pro blue line.
Pro blue?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe it didn't necessarily need the line, but at least told you like where you needed to get to.
How about the option to turn the blue line off? What is that all about?
Explore it. You're in it to explore yourself. You know you need to go left, but you're gonna get there your own way.
Okay, so it's giving you this option to not get led like a sheep.
I think so.
Okay, fair enough. I thought it was a weird addition. I was like, huh. I get what you're trying to do. You're trying to make me more autonomous, and I like feel like I have agency. But really, it seems like there's only one way to get there.
Yeah.
And if you're going to give me the option to tell me how to do it, I have a tough time turning that off.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, good on them for giving the option.
Okay, what about... And I don't know if you want to be hitting any of this in any specific order.
No, go ahead.
Eric, just whatever feels more artisan and, you know,
we're all,
in the spirit.
this is an artisanal shortstop cast, for sure.
What do you think about the Mega Man X effect at the beginning of the game?
Is that what it is?
I'm pretty sure that's Mega Man X, or one of them.
So you start out playing as black dude in a super suit, unnamed black dude in super suit, right?
Yeah, Colonel something, and he's just obnoxious.
Yeah, he's righteous, right?
I've hijacked one of the enemy's Master Chief suits. I'm gonna protect the Vice President.
Yeah, that's what he wants. And
wait.
The line that killed me was like, okay, so you go through this short sequence where you're super powerful, you have a double jump, you have some other powers, I don't even remember. You kill the bad guys, and then it's like, hey, by the way, you're working for the bad guys. We override your suit, and then you get crippled, right?
Yeah.
And the line that killed me, I think I actually cringed, was, at least the Vice President's okay. and then there's an explosion in the background, the indescript background, and he goes, "You mean that Vice President?"
Yeah, it was pretty solid.
I was like, "Oh no, what? Who wrote that? So bad." And then
I might get in trouble. Oh, go ahead.
I thought maybe that's what they were going for, like, you know, just kind of cringeworthy schlock. Yeah. But then the rest of it seems like it might be serious.
It plays pretty straight.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That was pretty bad.
I also didn't necessarily feel all that, you know, godlike in that suit, right?
True, yeah.
I was kind of like, oh, I feel kind of clunky, and this is kind of weird.
It was clunky.
And,
I might have died, too.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, I lost that power? Oh, I have to slowly rebuild it? I might get in trouble for referring to it as Mega Man X Effect. It's also, Symphony of the Night famously did that.
Oh, yes. Symphony of the Night was like, hey, you're the man now, dog, and now you're not. No, you're not. Yeah. Oh, I will get burned in this part. Oh, yep. Just walk right into those lasers. So that part specifically, I felt underpowered. I felt like this is a spot I'm not going to be able to achieve whatever I'm supposed to be achieved until I get more powers.
Yep.
And I think Guacamelee did the power up versus like platforming ability really well. This game, I ran into a few different rooms where I was like, can't do this until I get said power. That sucks. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it also, like, there's a lot of like, oh, I'm gonna save you for later. Like,
Yeah.
man, I'm gonna come back and clean this place up so hard later.
Oh yeah. Did you feel like that?
That's kind of what you tell yourself when you play Metroid.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna do this portion so well.
Just you wait, I shall return.
Yeah. Once I get the the foot boosters,
MacArthur.
the booster foots.
Yeah.
Booster boots.
Oh,
Did you play any of the challenges?
I did not play any challenges.
They're okay.
Yeah?
They made me think about Metal Gear Solid, and like in this game, it didn't. They're speed runs. Okay, so you get points based on how fast you can complete challenges. At first I was like, nah, I don't really care about the challenge mode. And then I was like, wait, but Metal Gear Solid famously has their VR challenges.
Mm-hmm.
Are those also shit? Because this one is. And I was like, but they're famous. Everyone loves VR. Like, come on. It's actually you're not even Nathan Drake or whoever this guy is.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, you're like a white suit character model in the challenges.
Huh.
So it's like almost exactly the VR missions.
I see.
Just fine. How do you
So
feel?
you may as well just be Raiden.
Yeah, right, exactly. How about the Borderlands mini achievements?
Oh yeah. I liked how it was comparing my name to your name.
Oh, is that what it was doing?
Yeah.
Oh, so for me, it's comparing me to V.
Oh, there, Vivas.
Vivas, yeah, the former PSNStores contributor.
Probably because either he had gotten further in the game than I was, or whatever, or he had more.
It must be that. Oh, so that's like Burnout.
Burnout
Yeah, Burnout Crash, and all the pinball games do that.
Yeah, so it kind of keeps track of.
Okay, I like that
how
more
well you
now, but at first I thought it was like the achievement was VII, and I was like, what? Is this like a Final Fantasy VII
No.
reference? What's going on?
No.
Okay, that's fine. Cool. Do you think it nails the humor or no? With like my head explode?
Nope, that is the most outdated part of the whole game.
Oh, the humor is outdated.
My head explode. That is like 2005 feeling.
Okay.
Leak speak.
That's a tough thing to do, too, is to have humor that stands the test of time.
Yep. Yeah, I'm not saying I'm insulted or it offends me. I'm just saying no, that's old jokes.
Sure.
It reads like old time.
Okay, here we got one of the famous Shadow Complex turret sequences.
Oh yeah, these I don't care for at all.
They are like selectively impossible on hardcore difficulty. I think I clear this one, but there are a couple of them where I have to try it 7 times, and there's no real reason why I succeed on the 8th time.
Oh.
It's just like, I guess I turned
just
correctly.
Get down to the right.
Yeah, I don't understand why some of them are impossible.
That's not fun.
This was cool though. I thought it was cool to have the big ass AT-ATs. Oh, we're gonna get hate mail for that if I incorrectly identified that. ATSTs?
STs.
Okay. I liked them though, and I liked having the ability to be super powerful against them.
Yeah. Yeah, I always liked when one of those would walk out.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, okay, sweet, like something real to fight.
Yeah, with a health bar and a mini boss feeling.
Yeah.
Just shoehorned in there.
Now, I don't know if later in the game if they throw out more bosses, but I did like that first boss.
Yeah.
It just shows up and just oh. Snip snap. Alright, let's do this.
Yeah, when you get the grenade launcher, right?
Yep.
And it acts as a grenade launcher tutorial.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I liked that. I would also like some full bosses.
Yeah.
I would like a full boss with an attack pattern as basic as that is in Metroidvania design, I like that.
It's kind of one of the tenets, so I was kind of surprised to not really see that. Right?
You know what game has that a lot?
What?
Axiom Verge.
Sure.
Did you play Axiom Verge?
No, I didn't. I didn't like Axiom Verge.
Me neither. Shadow Complex versus Axiom Verge. Who wins? Now, let me remind you that Axiom Verge was one of Time Magazine's best games of whatever year it came out.
Yeah, this is a pretty good game, I guess.
I think so too, especially playing it in 2010 or 2016 and thinking it's a good game. This did come out in 2009.
So like we make fun of it for 09, like this is the banger
Yeah.
for Xbox, but yeah, I think it in a world where Nintendo doesn't make Metroid anymore, it's an okay entry.
Yeah, I'm giving this two indie thumbs up.
All right, giving some extra indie points.
Yeah, I'm saying that this is a good indie game.
Wow.
Yeah.
Going that far.
Yeah. How do you feel about it? We're running towards the end here.
Okay, yeah, it's a good indie game. Yeah, stood a lot of time there, but it just doesn't have that fresh baked artisanal witness type feel that I'm looking for.
It's not artsy enough for you. You don't think the New Yorker can write about this game?
Exactly. It doesn't have that extra layer of smarm that I look for.
That's great. Yeah, I'd say this is like indie trying to be AAA, which isn't bad.
And succeeding, I'd
right,
say.
Right, succeeding. Yeah, it's got the appeal for your Gears of War player. Without a cover mechanic, it does not have the cover slide button, but I don't
know if cover mechanics existed then.
Oh God.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah. All right, so our inaugural episode of Super Indie Bros, Shadow Complex. I give it two indie thumbs.
We're gonna go with the thumb system.
I don't know, man.
I'll give it one.
This is our first episode. We need to get a standardized rating system.
Let us know if you want to hear a better indie rating system.
Yeah. Tweet us your indie rating system for the Super Indie Bros to rate all these random indie games coming out. Let us know what format you like at PSNStores. Email us at podcast@psnstores.com. And yeah, thanks for stopping by, Brad.
Are we gonna put this on YouTube too?
Yeah, you're right. We are, because there's video.
So write it on the YouTube comments.
Yeah, comments right below, right there.
We'll comment back.
Comment back. Reply us. #YouTube.
Shoot.
All right. Thanks for.
All right, good talk.
Thanks for talking.
Yeah.
Till next time. Stay indie, Brad.
If you like this or any of our other YouTube videos, subscribe to our channel. If you'd like to support what we do in general, be sure to hop on over to patreon.com/PSNstores. Your patronage helps keep our podcast 100% ad-free. Thanks for watching.